Today's horoscope and tarot from Astrocademy, Leo March 5, 2022. Today's transits bring out more warmth, openness, and willingness to make the most of a situation. Still, as the day advances, there is more intensity with you as you focus on priorities or connect with your ambitions. You're likely to see meaningful connections that allow you to solve problems and discover reasons and motivations. You also tend to gravitate to pursuits that absorb your attention. Transits today and tomorrow tend to illuminate your deeper ambitions and fears, especially about your earning power, feelings of self-worth, money matters, and security. This is an excellent time for creating strategies to spend and save more effectively, primarily related to pruning and reducing. The momentum is building, giving you no choice but to feel your feelings. So, whether you're single, crushing, or already attached, there's no denying the effects of the upcoming full moon in Cancer, bringing closure and clarity to the foundation of a significant connection as your feelings are beginning to intensify. Have you been holding something close to your heart? Or perhaps contemplating whether to walk away from a relationship? The irony of this is that Mercury, celestial ruler of your committed seventh house of agreements, compromise, and significant other stations retrograde today in your relationship sector. You have some thinking to do. Communication has been unnecessarily challenging, thanks to Mercury retrograde being in a continual square with Uranus retrograde over the last few days. The square could have exacerbated the Mercury retrograde technical mishaps and miscommunication. But, as a result, something unexpected yet helpful may have been revealed about your workplace. Be it an unlikely comment or misfired email, you could have learned something incredibly valuable about your job that could redefine how you go about work. However, don't act on it until Mercury has stationed direct. At a time of year and all the planetary activity is on the income side of the financial fence, the moon's return to your financial sector today is a much-needed chance to focus on your financial situation and money matters. Use this time to renew contacts with your family. They will be pleased, and you might even be able to resolve old conflicts as a mediator or by taking the first step to clear matters up. The constellation is favorable for burying the hatchet once and for all. If you remember your dreams, odds are they're weirder than usual, that is. They might set you off in an unlikely direction, but follow it all the way. A big prize is in store if you figure it out. In touch with your emotions, you are fortunate to be so clear about your feelings, which helps you decide exactly what to do. Whether you are looking for casual dates or interested in starting a more serious relationship, you make the right choice. Start planning how best to pursue your own happiness. You have a strong ability to focus on what you have set your mind on, yet focusing on your well-being is something you often avoid. For your own benefit, get a clear perspective on what it is that works for you and what feels like a challenge. Seek to understand what you can do to help yourself on a daily basis. Regular meals with lots of leafy greens, perhaps self-prepared, regular exercise that fits nicely in your everyday schedule are all means to attain your goal of feeling happy and healthy. You may find that you gain closure in a long-standing family dispute on this day. This in itself is a victory, so do not fret if you did not come out as the clear-cut winner. That would only cause bitterness, and the family rift would only grow wider instead of smaller. Take pleasure in knowing that what has been an ongoing and often painful saga has finally ended. Now is the time for warmer sentiments to return to the foreground when thoughts about family come to mind. As much as having the moon in an adventurous part of your chart during Venus and Mars' last full day in your busy work sector might put them on different pages today, this will work to your advantage in the long term. It is just 2 hours after Venus and Mars leave yesterday that the moon will return to your career sector in order to capture the momentum this has created on the job front, just as it becomes more about the journey. Today's adventurous lunar vibes guard against tunnel vision, making it easier to keep your mind and your options open. In the lead up to Venus and Mars' return to your relationship sector tomorrow, Mercury is working to make the most of his final 10 days here. This is the planet of communication's second visit this year, having returned to put extra work into getting the communication lines open before the planets of love and passion return to begin the most important weeks of the year on the relationship front. Your tarot reading for today. Wheel of Fortune, the Sun, and Judgment. One of your friends is preparing a surprise for you. He really appreciates you and wants to make you happy. The cards show this person feels benevolent about you. He wants to use his surprise to show you how much you mean to him. You are more important to him than he lets you know when you meet. This is a key element in what will soon unfold, the discovery that you feel very close to this person. This surprise will occur in March 2022. It might be a small simple gesture, a simple attention, or even a gift that you are given for a birthday, or a compliment from someone you don't expect to give you anything. This surprise will touch your heart and suddenly fill you with happiness. You will reconsider the bonds of friendship that you have with him, which may not have been going very well in recent times. As in any friendship, there are often a few grains of sand that can irritate. If this surprise doesn't please you, this is an opportunity for you to clarify things with your friend in order to re-establish a simple and enjoyable relationship for you both. There's nothing like a chat to appease the spirits and regain trust in each other. If he refuses, it's because your friendship has come to its end. Communication is the foundation without which nothing is possible. Go ahead and say what you feel. Our eyes in the sky. The moon's connection with all of these planets allows us to access our deepest feelings. When the moon aligns with the south node of destiny, it gives us a chance to heal the past, or at least see the error of our youthful follies. It also adds an intuitive vibe to the day, giving us the psychic information that we yearn to hear and understand, particularly with Neptune involved. Venus, Mars, and Pluto stir the pot and create drama in our personal relationships because we all want to be in control and in charge. The lesson here is that none of us can control others or life. You can only control the way you handle your reaction to intense situations and avoid unnecessary drama. A good way to use the energy of the day is to focus on how you can heal the past and change the future. You have the power to create the life you want. Just be willing to take the necessary steps to attain the greatness that lies ahead. During this last conjunction, we see the entire picture with improved clarity. How have our principles fundamentally changed since the end of last year? Have discussions within relationships altered our definition of loyalty and fidelity? Are we still on the same page as those we are committed to, or must we now make some decisions to renegotiate our participation? Knowing when it is not only ethical, but liberating, to accept another's goals or differences of opinion, allows us to continue relationships with greater confidence, or part ways respectfully. In the morning, the Scorpio moon squares off with Saturn in Aquarius, making it difficult to express our feelings. We might freeze out those who are interested in establishing a connection with us. Perhaps we feel that exposing our vulnerable side will diminish us or make us susceptible to others' agendas. Avoid making reactive decisions. Asking for personal space will help us to see which relationships are functioning healthily or which hinge on codependent dynamics.